The MSG Sphere lit up here in Las Vegas, Nevada. The UCO Bronchos going to town against the UNLV Skating Rebels. Thank you all for joining us. As always, on the call is myself, Dominic Dubois, joined by Ryan Gilder. And as always, City National Arena looking good here tonight, but Gildy, last night was quite the test for UNLV. Tight game, late goal scored by Sam Sykes, had both goals, the game-winning goal and the empty netter. But there was a bit of a deeper storyline here tonight. We'll get right to it with Zoe Salas and Bo Kennedy. Guys, take it away.
Here at night 2 at City National Arena, it's a top 5 matchup tonight. A player to watch out for on the UNLV Skating Rebels is Captain Alec Johnson. The team will be looking to rally around him tonight to get things going. For the UCO Broncos, the player to watch out for is goalie Doug Wakeland. Last night he saw 42 shots and no goals were allowed. He'll be looking to be the anchor for the defense tonight. Now let's get it over to Bo.
I'm joined here with Rebel defenseman Dylan Ford. Dylan, welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
Looking for your first goal of the season. How do you find the back of the net tonight?
Yeah, I just put myself in a good spot to score. In the O-zone, just get open.
Absolutely. And we talked a lot about discipline this week in practice and in the dressing room. How does the team stay more disciplined? How do we stay out of the box?
I think it's all just about buy-in, and if we buy into being disciplined, we will. So.
Absolutely. And lastly, there's going to be a big crowd tonight. Can we count on you to put on a little show?
Yeah, I'll try my best, those.
Absolutely. Go get them, baby. Thank you, Dylan. Back to you, boys.
And there you have it, Bo Kennedy back on the broadcast here tonight. Gildy welcoming him back. Also Zoe Salas back as well. She worked the UNLV Lady Rebels game and the UNR Wolfpack game earlier. The UNLV Lady Rebels getting a big win in conference play at the Thomas and Mack Center. Whose state is it supposed to be again, Gildy?
Yeah, it is the Skating Rebels, and also it is UNLV stay here. I mean, clearly, it's every time UNLV plays UNR in a sport, UNLV is dominated upon the last couple of years. And if you want to listen back on that game, actually, I called the game myself for Scarlet and Gray. So if you want to go listen to that, Scarlet and Gray Free Press YouTube channel has that call with Alex Grote and I from earlier today. Big win for the Lady Rebels. They crushed UNR today.
UNLV Lady Rebels cruising along through conference play. The UNLV Running Rebels struggling a little bit, but our focus is right here at City National Arena for the Skating Rebels. And as under the cover of darkness, the UCO starters are being announced. Gildy, last night was a tale of the tape, really. You described it as a heavyweight bout, and it was just that. And the knockout blow delivered by Sam Sykes, as we mentioned in the open, with under a minute left, a bit of a greasy goal. But head coach Mike Rivera is somewhat happy with his team's performance last night.
Yeah, Coach Rivera, he's excited because, hey, they found a way to win. And it's hard to do in the ACHA, find a way to win in a top 5 matchup like that. It was a heavyweight, like you said. Doug Wakeland was able to stop all 42 shots. And Sam Sykes playing through a Charlie horse. We didn't even know. You couldn't even tell. But he was playing through a Charlie horse during the game. And what that is basically, it's a cramp that happens near your calf and your hamstring. Super hard to deal with, especially when you're skating. It cramps up a lot. So Sykes, to kind of be able to battle through it and get those goals at the end is what led UCO to gain the win over UNLV.
And another thing that head coach Mike Rivera said about Sam Sykes is that he talked about when we spoke to him pregame that Sykes doesn't have a letter on his chest. He doesn't have a C. He doesn't have an A. But he's a captain without that on his chest. And he tells his guys, if you're not, it's just a piece of fabric at the end of the day. And if you're not a captain without the C on your chest, you're not going to be one with the C on your chest. And he's a lead by example kind of guy. The guys get fired up with what he does on the ice. He does all the little things right. So he's one of those game-breaking players. And the stats show it. He has 43 points this season, a breakout year for him. And, I mean, that's one of those times, as I said, the piece of paper, the calculators really tell the accurate story.
Yeah, Coach Rivera, he absolutely loves it because not a lot of people talked about Sykes going into this year. It's been about his teammates, but now looking at the stats, looking at the ACHA, where he is in the WCHL stat-wise, now he's the big name on campus, and Coach Rivera, he loves to see that.
Coach Rivera also loves the jersey matchup here at UNLV in their black jerseys, UCO in their yellows. Once again, it's one thing we touched on last night, but now we're going to go ahead and touch on the starters as UNLV takes their warm-up laps. the kid line. Justice Athopoulos, Mason Kelly, and Heath Mensch, the forwards, the defenseman Alec Johnson, and Nick Doyle getting his first start in a Skating Rebels uniform. And in between the pipes, once again, Vinny Benedetto becoming an everyday player this semester. Now, for the UCO Broncos, same exact look. Sam Sykes, Cash Reagan, and Zach Guerra, the forwards. Cooper Krause and Artem Shura on the blue line, and Doug Wakeland. 3 shutouts on the year, latest coming last night of 42 shots. Shutouts against the UNLV Skating Rebels, holding down the blue paint once again, Gildy. And that's the thing to look for. Again, a goaltending battle tonight. I mean, they figured each other out. It got a bit looser as the game went on. But UCO is going to really look to play better in their own zone. Mike Rivera said also pregame, he felt like his team gave UNLV 100 feet for free tonight. He wants UCO to make UNLV earn that 200 feet.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Get the puck down to their offensive zone so that UNLV has to work to get all the way back. Too many times the puck was lost in the neutral zone and UNLV only needed 100 feet. The big number for UCO tonight on offense was getting 200 feet, making UNLV have to work for all their offensive possessions.
We'll wait and see what happens, but for now we're going to step away for the national anthem and the opening ceremonies tonight here at City National Arena. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please stand for our national anthem, presented by Chris Burke Injury Law. Here to perform the Star Spangled Banner, please welcome to the ice, Gigi Milandra.
Anthem's out of the way. And we're getting ready to get underway here tonight. A heavyweight matchup. The number 3 ranked UCO Broncos taking on the number 5 ranked UNLV Skating Rebels. UNLV looking to bounce back after being shut out by Doug Wakeland last night. 42 shots on goal. Wakeland stopped every single one of them. The game-winning goal coming courtesy of Sam Sykes playing through a Charlie horse after taking a hit earlier on in the game. Like you said, Gildy, he played like it was nothing. And they're going to need him to put up a similar performance tonight, as well as Doug Wakeland. He's going to really need to make some timely saves like he did last night.
Yeah, I really want to see how Wakeland does tonight. It's really hard to have a really good game yesterday and today, to have it 2 games in a row, coming off of a game with 42 saves, giving up 0 goals. It's a tough task because when you think about it, it's a lot of pressure going on Wakeland. Hey, can you continue the streak of shots that you've saved? So let's see how Wakeland does tonight. Let's see how UNLV can respond to the loss from last night.
Going through the starters once more, same look for UCO. Cash Reagan, Zach Guerra, and Sam Sykes, the forwards. Artem Shura and Cooper Krause on the blue line. Doug Wakeland in between the pipes. Mason Kelly, Justice Athopoulos, and Heath Menchaforce for UNLV. Alec Johnson and Nick Doyle on the blue line, and Vinny Benedetto in the paint. We're underway here at City National Arena on a Saturday night. Puck goes out of play early, and that's the first puck, I believe, Gildy, to go out of play in the UNLV bench so far.
Yesterday it was going all towards UCO. Every other puck, it seemed like, was going into their bench. The the coaches should have had some at least helmets on, masks, everything to make sure to get away from pucks. Even our cameraman, Ronaldo, got hit by a puck yesterday, so no one is safe except us because we have so much protection by us, Dom.
Yeah, we have the protective netting. We're chilling like a villain unless it goes way up in the rafters and somehow comes crashing down on our setup. UCO in the zone early, working it. That puck kicked away by Benedetto. J.C. Dubecki sends it right back in, and that puck's in the zone. Benedetto plays it on. Now here's Heath Mensch up the right wing. Feeds it to Kelly. Kelly gets that one knifed away by Burton. He whacks that one on, settled down by Sathopoulos, but couldn't tip it on. Mason Kelly picks up a loose puck. That was Sykes who tried to play it through neutral ice. Fresh legs coming on for the Broncos. As an errant pass goes cross corner, is blown dead for the first icing of the game.
And this is what UCO's game plan was, make UNLV earn all 200 feet. And so far, UNLV, they earn like about 170 feet so far, but they haven't been able to go down and have an offensive possession yet.
A minute and 1 second into this one. Still no shots to be had. Shot there, blocked in front. Looked like it was by a Bronco player. He's getting back. Here's Dalmonte. Feeds it right wide, and a one-timer from Vitaly Mikhailov on his own net. But regardless, he swept the puck away from the dangerous area. And we'll play on. Max Johnson floats that one into the zone. Hops over the stick of Wakeland. And here's Davin Burton up ice for a broker to the center for St. Clair. St. Clair pressured by Demizio, gets bumped by Jackson Wyatt. Demizio's back to retrieve. Jason Demizio to the wall for Wyatt. Jackson Wyatt over the red, now over the blue. Jackson Wyatt up the right wing, streaking, cutting on in, digging around, wrapping one off the post. And Doug Wakeland finds it. What a chance for Jackson Wyatt, showing off the speed and trying to wrap that thing around, but he can't beat the iron once again.
A lot to break away there, starting off with Jackson Wyatt trying to go with the wraparound, very close to finding the goal. But Mikhailov almost put on an own goal. I watched that, I was like, that didn't look like Demizio shooting the puck. That was one of the weirdest things I've seen where, wow. What do you think about that, Dom? That was a little weird.
I mean, I've seen it before in the NHL. Patrick Laine did something similar, but he actually scored on that chance. So
maybe Lakeland needed some warm-up shots. I don't know. That was a little weird.
I mean, it's an interesting warm-up tactic almost 2 minutes into the game. But nonetheless, that shot didn't find the goal. Jackson Wyatt back to retrieve in his own end. He'll stop up behind Benedetto and gallop out from behind the cage. He'll retreat, surveys the ice. Barry. Now on the right wing for Cole Wyatt. Krause whacks that one out. That's up ice for Doucette. Doucette gets taken down by Alec Johnson in the corner. Johnson finds Cole Wyatt. Touched on for Strong between his legs. Tristan Rand picks up a loose puck. Rand gains his own. Can't spin that one for Strong. Dubecki picks up the loose puck. Dubecki floats it up. Here's Redmond. Redmond sends that one in. Alec Johnson. Around. Fed out in front. Loose puck. Everyone's whacking at it. Benedetto sprawled out. Whistle blows. Looks like Benedetto found it. But an early chance for UCO getting down and dirty right in front.
And that's about the game plan right there. Normally, UNLV, they start off their breakouts and their possessions from right around center ice or maybe at their own blue line. But right there, they had to start from behind their own net, had a little bit of trouble breaking it out, almost turned into a really good scoring opportunity for UCO.
Nick Flanders wins the draw. Rob McCollum around the cage. Puck skips free in the neutral zone. Michael Batuzov whacks that one in on the backhand. Eplin gets that one cut off. Flanders digs it free in the corner. Batuzov whacks it up for Burke. Can't chop that one down, and now here comes Mondi. Mondi 2-on-2, flips that one cross ice. Redmond gets in on Dalmonte, who plays that one for Burke. Burke can't jump through traffic. And Dalmonte forces a turnover again. Batuzov floats that one lightly into the zone. No icing. Davin Burton bumped by Flanders. Dubecki for Sykes. Sykes' pass is tipped by Mensch. That's sent in by Guerra. Dylan Ford gets knocked into. Out in front. Here comes Mason Kelly the other way. Kelly chips that one in, falls, gets right back up. Puck loose in the slot. Guerra is there to pick it up. Here's Guerra. Flips that one on the backhand. Jackson Wyatt's there. Can't play that through Sam Sykes. Threw his body against the wall to prevent that clear. Now Kelly down low. It's chopped away. That's St. Clair up ice for Kraus. Kraus sends it back in. Now below the goal line, works to the near wall. We got a penalty. UCO player is down in the corner. Dylan Ford's mixing it up with Adam Stalzer. It's going to be Dylan Ford, looks like who's going to be going for a penalty. And that Broncos player, Jamison St. Clair, who's down in a heap. He's back up, which is a good sign. Waiting the official sign. Couldn't pick it up there, but one would imagine it'd be for boarding. So now UCO going on the power play. Jamison St. Clair going to get checked out by the athletic trainer behind the UCO bench.
Yeah, yesterday both teams on special teams couldn't really score at all, but also they couldn't score on even strength most of the game. First 59 minutes of it, neither team was able to score.
UCO getting their first look on the power play. That puck sent out. Now in the zone, there's Cash Reagan. Pressure by Gallant. Gallant and Batuzov out there on the PK. There's J.C. Dubecki flipping it in. Nick Doyle's there. Fed rink wide. Shot there. Misses the net. Benedetto slightly out of position there. Now there's Reagan. Kraus up top. Swings it for Dubecki. UCO player down in front of the net. Doing battle with Barry. That was Sam Sykes. Now there's Sykes below the goal line. Sykes cutting out. Feeds one rink wide. Oh, shoots that one off Benedetto. Comes off his shoulder. He makes a save. Batuzov whacks it out. We're in the final minute of the UCO power play. Here's Davin Burton. Kalov sends that in. Demizio pickpockets his man, but it's loose out in front. Benedetto sprawled out, laying down, looking for the puck. It careens out of the zone. Final half minute on the UCO power play now. Davin Burton gets bumped and neutralized by Flanders. Dalmonte wins the icing race. 20 seconds to go on the UCO power play. Not much going so far.
UCO had two really good opportunities that they were unable to score. One of them was because UNLV had some trouble handling the puck near their own net. But the first one, Vinny Benedetto, like you said, was out of position. There was a lane where you could have shot and you could have scored. And then also icing the puck on the power play is not something that you want to have happen, because right now faceoff's going to be on UNLV's offensive zone. Only 20 seconds to go in the power play. They have a good chance to kill the majority of this power play right now.
Davin Burton, quarterback in this rush now. Flips that one cross corner. Final 10. It's whacked around the wall. Stopped up. Fed up to the point for Burton. He can't whack that past Kelly. Kelly can't knife that through Mikhailov. Mikhailov gets hit hard by Burke. Puck comes back to center. Burke whacks it through. Kelly doing battle. Kelly gets taken down by Mikhailov. Here's Doucette now. UNLV back to full strength. Hogan cutting through center. Sends it in. He'll get changed up. UNLV coming the other way. Gallant gets that chopped away. Just over 7 minutes gone. Now here come the Broncos the other direction. Puck misses the net wide. Gallant flips that off the glass and over the head of Dubecki and out. Arm raised on the linesman. We got an icing. Got some mix up here at center. DeMizio chatting with Brandon McDonald. Officials and linesmen in between them. They're still talking. And they finally get separated. UNLV only managing one shot on goal through 7 minutes and 14 seconds.
But also there was the penalty kill, so there was a lot of time there where UNLV didn't have any opportunities of really getting shots off.
Here's an opportunity. DeMizio can't chip that one past Dubecki. Guerra gets that puck chopped off his blade by DeMizio. DeMizio hits Cash Reagan. Guerra can't get that past Gallant. Gallant finds it. And here's Max Johnson. Johnson in a puck battle who just flipped that one. Can't get that past Sykes. Sykes gains the red and whacks it in the corner. Strong feeds it to the left wing. Here's Rand. Rand gains his own. Feeds one on into the trapper of Wakeland.
Yeah, game number 1, goals came at a real premium, but UNLV for this second game in the first period so far, opportunities have come at more of a premium tonight, Dom.
UCO definitely seems like they're really making UNLV earn their 200 feet. Like Mark Rivera said pregame. Face off one. Cole White shooting one into the shoulder of Wakeland. UNLV's best chance so far coming right off the draw.
That's a good opportunity right there. Cole Wyatt gained the puck right off the face-off, has a lane to shoot it, took a good opportunity. Shot was a little high. I don't know if it would have been on net or a little bit above it, but that's a good shot opportunity there by Wyatt.
Face-off's won by Cullen Hogan. Krause behind his own net, whacks it around. Chopped in by Wyatt. Shura takes Caleb Strong down in the corner. And they're still tangled up behind the play. They finally separate. Cole Wyatt works it back. There's Jackson Wyatt, finds Tristan Rand. Rand cuts to the center. Can't find Cole. Krause sends it up. Rand stops it at the blue line. Rand chops at that one. Cole finds it. Played back down low for Rand. Rand looking from the goal line. Flanders takes Hogan down. Rand gets that poked away by Krause. Krause and Rand fall. And Doyle's back to recover. Here's Flanders. Flanders can't cut to the middle of the ice. He gets dumped by Davin Burton. That puck floats on net for Benedetto. He'll hold for a whistle with just about 9 minutes gone.
And that's a lucky UCO bounce. That gives them the puck in their offensive zone for the faceoff. It goes a couple feet to the right. That could very well be an icing. It would be a 50-50 call because it was a puck. It was a race to the puck. But still, that's a lucky place where it landed for UCO.
Now in the corner, there's Burke. Lays that one onto the opposite corner. UNLV getting a breakout going. Flanders catches an edge for a moment. That puck gets sent right back down the length of the ice, blown dead for an icing.
That looked like Del Monte's icing from last night. Remember, a little bit of miscommunication. Missed the pass, resulted in icing. Looked very similar right there.
Miscommunications happen from time to time. Offensive zone draw, St. Clair back out on the ice. He wins the draw against Gallant. Here's DeMizio with the loose puck. DeMizio cutting to the slot, shooting one. Waffle boarded away by Wakeland. And here's Mikhailov flipping that one almost up ice. Took a hard bump from Nemizio. Now in the corner, there's Del Monte and St. Clair. St. Clair loses an edge. Whacked off the wall. Gallant finds a loose puck. Cuts inside. Bradley Gallant cutting away. Shooting one off the blocker again of Wakeland. Johnson whacks another one on. St. Clair kicks away. Whacked again. Gallant hits the side of the cage. McCollum keeps his own. Whacks it in. Here's Del Monte. Del Monte shooting one. Tipped on. Loose puck. Johnson shooting one. What a save by Wakeland. Loose puck from McCollum. Shooting one again. Big shot block out in front by Zach Guerra. And that puck flips down the length of the ice. Del Monte is back to recover. Pressured by Sam Sykes. What a sequence for UNLV. As another icing there. Looking at that play once again,
if you watch
Coyote.
it, David Burden goes into there. He slides, and he's the one that actually deflects the puck out of
It
play.
is Davin Burton sprawling out when Doug Wakeland was down and out and making a big-time save. And Zach Guerra also getting some pats on the back with another big shot block on the second chance opportunity for McCollum.
The one time Wakeland lets one go past him, his team has got him this weekend. Wow. So here at the crossbar or his team, someone's got him this weekend. And he deserves it after the 42 stops from last night.
Exactly, Cody. I mean, that's the least you can do as a player. When your goaltender puts on a performance like that, you come out the next night, you might as well just say, hey, we're going to really put our body on the line for you. And that's what Davin Burton did right there, and Zach Guerra did. Also, pregame, Mike Rivera talked about the shot blocking from last night. UCO getting in front of a lot of shots. He said expect that to continue, and it already is early.
Yeah, because the big question would be, would they be tired tonight? Would they not be able to shot block like last night? Because it hurts to shot block for a whole night like that. Your knees hurt. But
arms hurt.
Your whole body hurts. But going into tonight, you can see that they put their life on the line to stop the puck from going to the back of the net.
And icing's blown dead.
But we got a good one yet again, Dom. It's like a unique
A lot
way.
of fun already.
Because normally with UNLV games, like fun ones are just really exciting, really high-scoring games. But this series against UCO,
It's tight.
It's tight. It's low-scoring, but a lot of offense. It's a little weird how low-scoring, but a lot of offense. But you have to be here to see it.
Or be tuned in on our stream.
Exactly.
Jackson White in his own zone ended up working it up for Heath Mensch. Couldn't really get a play going. As that puck finds its way on net for Benedetti, who just holds on for a whistle. UNLV struggling to get some shots on goal early. Now they're leading in the shot department. Really had a good offensive zone possession. Really getting a lot of shots off. But Doug Wakeland once again coming up big. Even Davin Burton coming up big. Blocking a shot, diving in the crease. As we get going again, Shura with a shot. They score! Artem Shura breaks through for the Broncos. A seeing eye shot from the point off the draw. And UCO draws first blood.
Sometimes those one-timers, they sneak away to find the back of the net. We're going to watch the replay of it right now. Looked like there was a deflection. Looks like that there was something that blocked it from Vinny Bandetto. Seeing it, it found the back of the net. UCO is up 1-0.
That puck gets chipped in. Now UNLV trying to get something going on offense. Alec Johnson can't keep the zone. The play is blown dead for an offsides. Now speaking with a lot of the UNLV players and the personnel after last night, kind of let them sleep on it. A lot of them were frustrated in a way the way the game went last night, but speaking to head coach Anthony Vigneri-Greener pregame, just moments before warmups, he said that last night's game was the best game that his team has played since he got to UNLV and took over as a head coach. And that's 8 years. Lots of hockey being played at the Division II and Division I level with the ACHA as another shot finds its way on net. But Alec Johnson evades pressure. And he said that was a way to keep the players motivated. Tell him you played the best game I've ever seen at UNLV. Ranch shooting one that gets directed to the high glass. So to try to keep the morale up for UNLV, keeping UCO scoreless through 19 minutes of the third. Shot again, missing the net. High. And Caleb Strong goes down with Sam Sykes. We got a mess of sticks, a delayed penalty coming up on UNLV. Davin Burton skating this one, gets taken down in the neutral zone. UNLV still hasn't touched it up. Cash Reagan gets tripped up. He feeds one on. And they finally touch it up. And a ref you suck chant is breaking out here. Luke Burke collected a pair of twigs that belonged to his teammates.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think that the crowd really agrees with the call here, but it's going to be a 2-minute penalty for UNLV. This is going to be a big penalty kill for UNLV, down 1-0. They haven't scored a goal in their last, right now, 4 periods. So this is a big penalty kill for them just to get that morale up, know that they're within 1, because you don't want to go down by 2 against a team like this in UCO. They only average giving up less than 2 goals a game.
Interference is a call on Caleb Strong. Mikhailov shot is blocked. Now Burton from the point. Swung back over to Mikhailov. That hops over his stick. And out of the zone. Now Burton sends it up ice. Puck battle on the bench. Big hit by Burke there. Burton shooting one. Blocked out in front. Now UCO still working it. Some cross checks out in front. We play on. Another shot blocks it aside. And that puck gets cleared out of the zone. Wakeland way out in the slot to play it. Who sends it up. Now here's Hogan. Final minute of the UCO power play. Out the near wall. Now sent into the corner. Back up top for Dubecki. Swung back to the half wall. Fenn on. Loose puck. Benedetto diving for it. Puck still loose. Everyone whacking at it. And that gets sent out of the zone. Final 30 seconds of the UNLV PK. Dubecki. Up ice. Guerra gets stopped up by Jackson Wyatt. He'll find that loose puck. The play's blown dead once again. 19 seconds remaining on the Strong penalty.
But so far, UNLV doing a pretty good job mitigating the power play from UCO. But still, 19 seconds to go, UCO, they've had some good opportunities, so they're still going to have another possession here to work with.
Kraus for Dubecki. Dubecki on the near side. Down low. Now UNLV with possession. Wyatt sends it out of the zone. On net for Wakeland, who just leaves that behind the net for Dubecki. UNLV's back to full strength. Here's Jackson Wyatt. Sends it into the zone. No icing. Dubecki's there. Down low for Kraus. Kraus gets taken down by Strong. They both take a spill. Reagan behind his own net. Sends it up for Mondi. Mondi touches it up. Alec Johnson knifes it in. Mondi soccers it along for Dubecki. Swings that off the wall for Reagan. Puck goes right back in the UNLV zone. There's Barry. Waits behind his own cage. Alec Johnson puts a move on. Swings to the left wing for Strong. Strong, rink wide. Good stick by Redmond to break up that play. Now here's Redmond up the left wing. Takes a bump from Doyle. Strong's back to recover. He'll flip that one up. Glove down by Burton, who sends it right back in. Almost on net. Blocked by the skate of Alec Johnson. Johnson now pirouettes away from pressure. And he'll wait. Leaves that for Doyle. Doyle surveying the ice 4.5 minutes to go in the first period. UCO up 1-0. Alec Johnson's pass gets tipped, settled down by Mensch. Mensch plays it into the skate of Kelly. Kelly pulls up right in front of our camera. And Rebroker deflects the pass out of the zone. Stathopoulos can't tip that one in. Burton sends it up. Now McCollum. Now up the left wing, here come the Rebels. Stathopoulos can't get that pass from Mensch. Kraus whacks it up. Doucette plays it up. Stathopoulos has that loose puck go between the wickets. Heath Mensch settles it down at the red and sends it in. Wakeland around the glass. St. Clair takes a bump from Gallant as he plays it into the zone. Icing is called. That was a bit late there.
Yeah, it's a little late there of that. I didn't know if it would be icing or not. Puck trickled down a lot there.
Yeah, that's my cadence changed a bit there because I was like, okay, Dylan Ford is close enough, so maybe this is going to be waved off. The whistle came super late, so I was like, okay, well, there's no icing.
Yeah,
It's going to
really
play on.
late call there, but they called it an icing. Now UCO is trying to figure out the referees are trying to figure out who is out and who is in for UCO.
It looks like they got it sorted out.
You can't blame UCO. It was a late whistle.
Puck whacks around. Here's Dylan Ford. Can't steer that one in. Mikhailov plays it through the wickets of Demizio. Puck fed up to the goal mouth by Mikhailov, whacking that one and sends it wide. Vinny Benedetto's water bottles all the way out in the left face-off dot, getting kicked around. Demizio evades that one perfectly, and now here he comes up the right wing. Now Demizio shaking off pressure, pulls up, loses an edge. And Eplin played it up. Just out of the reach of Guerra. Now here comes UNLV. Burke touches that for Batuzov. That gets knifed away. Burke just floats that one in, but it looks like he's told that he crossed over the line, so the play's blown dead for an offside.
I don't know about that one. The puck looked like it was behind the line, and it looked like it was dumped in to try to touch up.
I didn't think that he touched it across the line. I thought he kind of kept it over in the neutral zone, but linesman said otherwise.
I thought it was dumped in to touch up, but offsides is the call. The water bottle was picked up. It was out there for a minute or two, Dom.
It was. Stray bottle. Now Burton against two black jerseys. McDonald's in there to support. Flanders comes away with it, pulls up. Turns the other way, leaves that for Batuzov. Batuzov touches it up to the point. It gets tipped up and past the glove of Alec Johnson. We have a puck race. Here's Mondi. Mondi gets there. Gets taken out in the corner by Doyle. Now here's Flanders up the right wing. Nick Flanders tries to get around Burton. He knifes with that one. Flanders picks up a loose puck. Burton knifes it around him. Mensch takes a bump from Burton. Mensch has that one tipped up in the air. Now Williams gets hit by Flanders. Pass cut off by Stathopoulos, moving on in. Shooting one off the stick of Flanders. Got a yawning cage. Puck kicks out again, fed back on. And Wakeland finds it once again, and Nick Flanders is going to be kicking himself there. It goes right off of his blade, but he can't touch it into the cage.
Perfect pass from Stathopoulos over to Flanders, and it was open there. That was an opportunity that was missed for the Skating Rebels.
A shot pass at that, and Flanders just can't touch it home. Now Hogan and Kelly dig in. Kelly wins the draw. Stathopoulos feeds down Monte. Shooting one on net, tipped away from the goal mouth. There's Del Monte. Another shot into the chest of Wakeland. And a hold for a whistle with about 88 seconds to go.
Yeah, good shot there by Del Monte. I know it's a little not the most velocity, but A.J. Reed talked about yesterday about player to watch was Del Monte because he scores when the Rebels need one. They really need one now. They haven't gotten a goal in 4 periods. and he makes those one-timer opportunities. So watch him keep on trying to shoot those from near the blue line.
Now Johnson shooting one off the draw and misses that one just wide. Gallant under pressure from Hogan. Can't play that one through. Doucette touches it out. Demizio picks that one up. Feeds it rink wide. Bouncing puck. Played up. There's a loose helmet out there now, Gildy. Not sure who that belongs to just yet. Didn't see what happened there. But the helmet's off the ice, and now here's Max Johnson. Johnson now has that one pickpocketed. And here's Doucette. Gains the red, softly sends that one in under a minute to go. Puck's whacked back in. Now here comes Tristan Rand. Rand gains his zone, can't feed that to the right wing boards for Cole Wyatt. Now here comes Guerra the other way. Guerra down low. Strong applying pressure, fed up ice for Dubecki. Dubecki shooting one from the point, tipped away. Final 15. UNLV with possession of the puck, final 10. Tried to get one more rush going. That pass misses Cole Wyatt. We have another icing. 5 seconds on the clock with one more opportunity for the Broncos.
Yeah, we were talking about one more opportunity for UNLV, but that icing now flips it. UCO, you get to put on whoever you want for these last 5 seconds. Try to get a shot, maybe try to cause some chaos to take a 2-0 lead.
It's going to be Cash Reagan digging in against Strong. He wins it. One-time drive by Burton into the glove of Benedetto with .6 remaining. And that's that chance that you would have wanted. Just like they drew up, win the draw clean, get it to the point, and then just get a one-time drive and hope it works.
Yeah, good opportunity there from UCO. Now with .6 seconds to go, you kind of have to whack it straight from the dot.
And it's happened. Crazier things have happened. So we'll see Cash Reagan digging in. He tries to shoot it through traffic, but Bradley Gallant immediately drops in the butterfly position and makes a save, and we have some mix-up with Reagan and Kelly. But the officials and the linesmen getting between the two teams, and they'll depart for their respective dressing rooms. And we'll depart for an intermission. UCO leads 1-0 through 20. We have another fun period of action coming up. Make sure to stay with us. Red Rock Resort and Casino lit up to start the second period. Just on the horizon. Before we do that, let's send it over to Tony Salad and AJ Reed.
We had a chance to talk to assistant coach Nick Riboni earlier in the week. He said, we have to get this crowd involved early. So far, the score is 0-0, but this crowd is waiting to erupt at the first goal. Let's see if they can make it happen. But for now, let's head over to Zoe Salas.
Here with Tristan Rand. Tristan, you just finished the first period. What's going on with UCO that you weren't quite expecting?
They're definitely playing hard, getting a lot of pucks deep, and I think we just need to finish on all of our shots. We're having a lot of chances so far.
How do you plan on getting the offensive end out there?
I think we got to get lower in the zone and try to get out as quick as we can.
Good luck to the next period. Thank you so much, Tristan. Dom and Ryan, let's get it back to you.
After 20, UCO leads 1-0. 0 for 2 on the power play. Some keys UNLV break through, and all UCO needs to do, just keep it tight. As we almost went back underway here in this second period of play. Bradley Gallant and Zach Guerra looks like they're getting a little too eager out on the wings. The official giving a little flyby. They're still pretty eager, and we're finally back underway. The third time's the charm in this second period. UCO chipping into the zone. Nick Doyle rims it around the wall. Cash Reagan is there to try and dig it free. The puck finds its way up for Guerra. Max Johnson sends it over that reach jumping hand of Joey Eplin and down the length of the ice for an icing 26 seconds into the middle frame.
I like that little go get that, Dom, to start off the game there, but that'll be an icing to start it off for.
He got up there, though.
He did.
He got up there.
And I've never done it before because I can barely skate myself, but how hard is it to jump while skating?
Really hard. Really, really hard, especially to try and get in there, too. Like,
and then not fall, because you would think if you jump, you'll trip either forwards or backwards.
Takes a lot of skill and balance to try and get up like that. The puck skips free for McCollum. He gains his own, whacks it in, misses the net. Now here's Demizio, shovels that up for McCollum, swings it for Del Monte, feeds it for Strong, who tried to tip it on, couldn't get it. Now McCollum back up top. Del Monte sends it on, go off the cuff. Wyatt with another chance, misses the net wide. Cole Wyatt with a prime opportunity on a second chance, ran jamming at it. Wyatt finds the loose puck, has it kicked off of the pad of Wakeland. Swung back over for Del Monte. Swung in, here's Strong below the net. Sent up, shot there, in tight, shooting one that's ran. Eplin kicks away another shot. And another save made. McCollum up top, shooting another one. And it gets directed aside again. Wakeland with no stick. He almost gets a stick from his defenseman. Now tipped on net, another save made by Wakeland, and now here come the Broncos the other way. Here's Cash Reagan up the left wing. Gains some shooting one into the glove of Vinny Benedetto. Looks like it went off of his cuff. And now here's Tristan Rand the other way for UNLV, 3-on-2. Swings it out to the right wing. Shot there again into the chest of Wakeland, and Reagan having a jousting fest with Strong. Cooler heads will prevail, but what an effort again by Doug Wakeland.
Wakeland, unbelievable job there. Even though he lost his stick, still made a save using his blocker hand. What a great job by Wakeland, being comfortable when everyone thinks he'll be uncomfortable. I was about to say, Rebels are making him uncomfortable. No, he's not uncomfortable at all. He stopped another 16 of the Rebels shots, and those were some really good opportunities in that previous possession, Dom.
Even making saves without his goal stick. He finally got back as Cash Reagan took it the other way and put a shot off of Vinny Benedetto's glove. Here's Heath Mensch up the left wing. Heath Mensch shooting one, misses the net. And the puck skips the other way for the Broncos. That gets sent in. Vinny Benedetto stops it up behind his own cage. He gets bumped out behind. Loose puck is found by Kelly, who falls to his knees. Going up against Stalzer and Mikhailov. Kelly finally sweeps it away. Wyatt gains his own. Here's Jackson Wyatt, drops it off for Kelly. Kelly can't play that through, and that gets sent back out. There's Michael Batuzov. Batuzov's pass goes off of the keister of Nick Doyle, fed out in front, and an outstretched Doyle makes up for a shot there again. It sweeps through the blue paint. That's Cullen Hogan with an opportunity for the Broncos. Now here comes Alec Johnson the other way for UNLV. He steps through center, steps into the zone. Waits, shooting one. That gets tipped up into the netting for another whistle. 16:44 on the clock.
And that's the other player to watch is Alec Johnson. Just like Matias Del Monte, a player to really step up this team and try to get a goal is going to be the captain, the leader of the team. He tried to do it a little bit himself there. As the crowd's really starting to get into it, Dom.
They're singing along to Zombie Nation by KenCraft 400, the Boston Bruins goal song, my favorite NHL team growing up. As we play on, here's Zach Guerra. Guerra feeds it to the middle of the ice over the stick of Cash Reagan. He presses Flanders against the wall. Another hard hit by Burke. He dumps Sam Sykes right in front of our camera. Sykes has to retrieve his stick, and UNLV came the other way. Doug Wakeland finds it. Flanders gives him a bit of a spray, and they'll all kind of chat behind the net.
A little bit like the East Coast right now. A lot of snow showers coming in, and that's what Wakeland had right there.
Doug Wakeland can be used to that a little bit, not that exact kind. From Colorado Springs, Colorado does get a decent amount of snow, but I don't think Wakeland likes that kind of snow. Face off one by Gallant. Here's McCollum from the high slot. Shooting one direct to the side. McCollum can't whack that one in. That's picked up in traffic by Reagan, who lost an edge. Here's Max Johnson dancing to the left wing boards. Johnson pulls up, chips it in. Gallant steps through. Gallant gets hit by Reagan. Puck floated out to the neutral ice. Now Monte sends it eye level. Demizio can't chop it down. We got an icing.
But Dom, I've never been in like a hockey tournament setting, but you have, right? You've been a part of a tournament before.
Couple.
What is it like for a team where you get a lot of shots on net and not be able to find the back of the net? Like, what does that do to a team confidence-wise? I feel like all you need is one, and then it starts to open up the floodgates.
Sometimes, I mean, it can really kind of deject you because sometimes it makes you feel like, man, like you can't get anything past this guy. You can't score. Whatever you're doing everything right. But no matter what, it's just not going in the net. But speaking with a lot of the players after last night, speaking with the coaching staff, even during the intermission, I was by the locker room. I talked to Justice Stefopoulos, and he said, how close was that redirection with Flanders earlier on in the period? They're feeling it. They know they can get a goal if they just keep grinding at it and not let the game get away from them. And they showed last night they have resolve. They had resolve here tonight. They just need that one goal. So with the coaching staff at UNLV, I don't think they'll let the Skating Rebels get too down. So right now I feel like UNLV is feeling it. They just need one to go through as a shot comes after the whistle from Redmond on another stoppage.
And I really feel like just getting one in will really give you the momentum to get more because it gives yourself the confidence. I'm able to do it. We're able to do it as a team. And UCO, I feel like they did a better job in the first period keeping UNLV working 200 feet. But UNLV, it feels like they've been working closer to that 100-foot mark to go up the zone. It looks like they've been getting the puck most of the time in the neutral zone to push from there.
I mean, even then, UNLV getting the puck in neutral ice, trying to turn it back the other way. With Mike Rivera talking about how he wants UNLV to earn 200 feet, I feel as if the Broncos have been making UNLV earn 100, even when they corral it in the neutral ice. Now they're going to try and come 200 the other way. Jackson Wyatt whacks it up. Strong sends that one into the zone. Reversed. Here's Strong. Strong skates to the point, dips the shoulder, spins it down low for Cole Wyatt. Now for Strong. High slot. Has it bounce over his stick. And that gets chipped out of the zone by St. Clair. Dylan Ford hustles back to get it. Ford whacks at it, gets stopped up. Mikhailov picks it up. Mikhailov dekes, shooting one, misses the net wide. Kraus second chance effort, misses the net. Now Rand can't get there. Davin Burton corrals it in the neutral zone, spins that on his backhand for Doucette, who just scoops that one back into the zone. Fresh legs coming on for the Broncos. Here's Jackson Wyatt. Evades pressure, sends it up for Strong, who can't chop it down. Davin Burton just sends that one right back in. Dylan Ford. Off the kick plate up ice. Burton chops it back in. Ford corrals again. Ford sends it up. Strong for Mensch. Mensch gaining the zone. Shooting one. Shouldered up to the high glass by Wakeland. Puck is chipped out of the zone. Only gets as far as the red line. Mensch spins that back to the open ice. That gets touched on by Rebroker. Here's Mensch again at the blue. Mensch can't drop that off for Stathopoulos. He picks it back up. Floats it in. Stopped up. Alec Johnson. Puck gets played in. Mason Kelly doing battle. Stathopoulos cuts off the breakout pass. Feeds it rink wide. From the top, shooting one. Sticked away by Wakeland, it looks like. You got a whistle. Once more. Full sail changes coming on, it looks like, for both teams.
Yeah, but UNLV is keep on pushing. Like we talked about, talked to Greener before the game today, and you said earlier, last game was one of the best games he's ever seen played by any of the teams he's ever coached here. He knows that this team, they're going at it, they're going to try to do their best to win the game. It is a different look than against Minot when they lost their game close. Then the next game, they lost by more.
You know, we work in the near wall, trying to get something going. Now down low. Here's Rob McCollum. Now on the near wall, some collisions. Matuzov knocks his man over. Fed for Flanders. Flanders can't corral it. Burke picks it up. Can't feed it to the slot for Flanders, who is diving for that loose puck. That gets sailed over the head of Del Monte. And he'll race Reagan into the zone for an icing.
That's good speed there by Del Monte to make sure he gets the icing there.
Del Monte showing the hustle off. 12:19 remaining in the second period of play. Faceoff's going to come out to the left of Doug Wakeland. Bradley Gallant and Reagan dug in. Reagan tied up and won the draw. Dubecki in behind the cage, plays it up. Barry pinches, has it hop over his stick blade. There's Demizio shooting one from the point. Right into the glove of Wakeland for another whistle.
And good job by Wakeland there. And we talk about how it's really good that he's making himself look comfortable, but also not allowing that second chance. You haven't seen a lot of UNLV get to rebound second opportunities this weekend. It's been mostly Wakeland either deflecting it out of play or freezing the puck, just like he did there. A lot of goalies will go off the glove. It will go either for a rebound or UNLV keeps the possession.
The puck swung around and out. Benedetto comes out to stop it. Here's Barry. Under pressure from Mikhailov. Mikhailov forces a turnover. Gallant knifes it through for Demizio. Demizio sends it to the open ice in center. It gets cut off. That's sent right back up the left wing and out of play. And Demizio goes nose to nose with Stalzer.
But both teams, not a lot of opportunities last couple of minutes, Dom. It's been a lot of, like I said yesterday, jabbing, but no haymaker thrown. And what UCO's defensive plan is, defend the middle. make UNLV work through the sides of the rink. And you see it tonight. The middle of the rink has been clogged up.
Looking like the airport connector Gildy trying to leave
Oh,
school
no.
or go to school at basically any time past 1 p.m.
Now
It's
the beauty is that I
insane.
walk everywhere
You
around
live
school because I
basically
live on campus.
I'm a commuter, still living home about 20 minutes away from the Greenspun School of Journalism. As our shot finds its way to Wakeland, and it'll make the save and hold for another whistle.
And I feel like those are the shots that the Rebels are trying to take to try to make one of them pop out, get a rebound, get that second chance, and cause havoc near the net. That's what we talked about during the week about what was an emphasis at practice. One of them was crowd the net, create some chaos around there. And I feel like getting shots around there can cause that to happen.
Definitely sometimes when things aren't going right necessarily, not to be a negative person, but when things aren't going right, you just got to pepper the net and just hope something sticks. Throw something on there. You can't score a goal if you don't shoot the puck. And UNLV still doing a good job of shooting the puck tonight. They're out shooting UCO. But still haven't broke through and solved Doug Wakeland yet. Swung up for Doyle. Doyle looking, shooting one. That gets blocked in front by Rebroker. Puck fed in front, ran, looking, everyone's loose, jabbing at it. And we have a coming together, a few bodies hitting the ice. It's Robbie Rebroker going down. UNLV just showing their determination and their chippiness and grit, just trying to get a goal to go. Crashing the net, jamming at a loose puck, and honestly playing to the whistle.
They're doing everything that they can. I mean, they're playing two and a little bit past the whistle as well as normal, but they're doing everything they can. They got the puck near the net. They're causing havoc. They've done all the cues that they've worked on. They've done all the things that they emphasized throughout the week in practice. But Doug Wakeland's doing such a good job stopping the puck from going past him. And even when the puck's gone past him, his team's got him. And also yesterday, the post and crossbars got him.
You need to be lucky to be good and good to be lucky occasionally in the sport of hockey as we have another icing. And not to discredit UCO's performance or Doug Wakeland's performance last night, but they were very lucky. UNLV found iron a lot.
62 shots on net in a row. Doug Wakeland has stopped.
Insane.
That's good to be lucky. He deserves the luckiness that he's gotten because of how good he's playing.
Been
It's
playing
the hockey
well
gods.
positionally.
The hockey gods giving him some love. That's what's happening.
He's been playing well positionally through basically 5.5 periods, or 4.5 periods, excuse me, here this weekend. We'll see if he can keep it up this last half of the second. Soplis has it kick off of his skate. Doyle has it hop over his stick. He's pressured by Mondi. He whacks it off the end boards for Alec Johnson. Johnson up the right wing. Moves it to the center. Here's Kelly. Kelly deking around, trying to put one on, and outstretched Wakeland finds it. Fed back out in front. Wakeland finds it again. And we have more sticks coming up. So it looks like Heath Mensch was in the middle of that one. Mason Kelly playing peacemaker again. And it was Heath Mensch. Looks like he sent Jeff Redmond to the deck over Wakeland.
That's a scary dive there for Wakeland because you know that there's going to be skating Rebels that they're going to try to shoot the puck right there. So you could very well get a stick right to the face diving for the puck like that.
It does look like Doug Wakeland uses a cat-eye cage, which Gildy has a bigger eye hole, which can allow sticks to make its way through and jam you in the face. There's goaltenders in the NHL and at all levels who use cat-eye cages that even get nailed in the face with a puck.
Yeah, even if the stick doesn't hit you in the actual face, it still is a whiplash effect that you will get. So brave of him to be able to do that, and that's why UNLV hasn't been getting some of these second opportunities is because of some of the IQ plays and also some guts that Wakeland's been able to show.
That puck harmlessly floats on net. That's Joey Eplin scooping it on his backhand.
Also, we haven't given enough credit to Vinny Benedetto this weekend because when you're facing a goaltender that stopped 62 straight shots, it's really hard to get any spotlight. But 2 goals given up on 30 shots. Very efficient weekend so far for Vinny Benedetto. And I don't want people to not think about that at all as well because it's been both goalies that have been doing a great job this weekend.
He's been playing well. I mean, these goaltending battles, goal support is key. And right now, UCO has that goal support. Tonight it was Artem Schurer breaking through a big hit by Flanders on Stalzer. In behind, no arm raise on the official. And they're still going to work. McCollum finally breaks free. Stalzer's back up. No worse for wear. Stalzer gets dumped again by Flanders. Nick Flanders, a 5th-year senior, trying to get his team going physically. Puck fed down low. St. Clair going to work now. Burke with a big hit. Burke tries to get the puck out to the middle of the ice. Now at the point. Shot gets blocked away. Fed out to the slot, whacked up. Ford can't keep the zone. He'll retreat. Ford gauges the red, sends across corner, takes a bump from Sam Sykes. Doesn't get that far. Burke with a collision out in front of the bench. Jackson Wyatt can't knife that through Guerra. Cash Reagan harassing Bradley Gallant as he tries to take it up the ice. Reagan breaks it up on the back check. That gets chipped around. Here's Guerra. Guerra can't feed that through Ford. He'll pull back, gets bumped by Gallant. Down low, there's Reagan. Feeds to the slot, shot there by Sykes. Looks like Benedetto got the silver pad outstretched to make that save. Sam Sykes looking for his 3rd on the weekend. Doyle D for Johnson. Alec Johnson sends it up for Max. Max Johnson gets his own shooting one. Looks like he missed the net. Doug Wakeland didn't see that when we have a stoppage of play. DeMizio goes high, and there's a cross check to Cash Reagan. And it looks like both Reagan and DeMizio will be going. You have an ACHA vet in Jason DeMizio and an ACHA rookie in Cash Reagan doing battle. And it looks like we're going to have 4-on-4. So it looks like Reagan's going to get 2 for a roughing call, and then DeMizio, I would imagine, would get 2 for a cross check.
Got some more ice here. Going to be 4-on-4 action as we look at the replay right now.
Cash Reagan just got a little testy, gave him a shot right to the back, right above the tailbone protector on the hockey pan and right underneath the back protector on the chest protector.
Don't
DeMizio
mess with the
didn't like
FitBot.
that.
Don't mess with the FitBot ad guy. Come on.
Now 4-on-4 hockey, we have a high stick. Jamison St. Clair takes a stick to the mouth, it looks like. Dalmonte's in disbelief. Caleb Strong barking at St. Clair, and Davin Burton barking back at Strong. So high sticking is going to be the call on Matias Dalmonte. So now you have a 4-on-3 power play for a minute 56.
So now a lot of open ice here. This is going to be beneficial to UCO as they have the extra man in the ice that's available right now. 4v3, going to be a lot of open space. Let's see what UCO is able to do. There's been no special teams goals so far this weekend. Here's going to be an opportunity for one.
St. Clair being checked out on the bench right behind us. The athletic training staff. Looks like Gody might have taken a stick to the throat instead of the mouth.
Yeah, never a good sight to see. You don't want anyone getting hurt, but it's the reality of sports.
It indeed is. UCO working it with the extra ice. Here's Davin Burton from Mikhailov, Vitaly Mikhailov. From Hogan shooting one off the pad of Benedetto. Davin Burton from Mikhailov, Vitaly Mikhailov up top. For Colin Hogan, return pass Mikhailov. Looking, shooting, when he scores! Vitaly Mikhailov, a man that head coach Mark Rivera said was a bit snake-bitten so far this season, scores his 10th power play goal of the year to give the Broncos a 2-0 lead.
That goal is humongous there by Mikhailov, and here's why. A 2-goal lead against the Skating Rebels have come back from that before. But they've never had to come back from a 2-0 lead this season against Doug Wakeland, who they attempted 63 shots to without finding the back of the net. A goal like that is dejecting to a team like the Skating Rebels. And now the Skating Rebels, they need to find the back of the net. They need to get their confidence back. Because right now, down by 2, UCO has all the momentum right now.
And at this point, Gildy, you just need to get one. Getting one goal was pivotal last night. It was pivotal earlier tonight. Now it's even more important to get a first goal because you need to just get yourself back in this game and really, really show yourself at this point that you can score on Doug Wakeland. And again, it's not to be negative. It's just you got to get something going here tonight and looking to your stars. Bradley Gallant, one of them, carrying this puck through neutral ice. He works it to the right wing. That puck goes down the ice for an icing, and we got more coming together. Del Monte and Rebroker collide. Del Monte didn't like that and guided Robbie Rebroker's face and luscious locks right into the end boards.
Yeah, right when he locked with him at the end board, Del Monte had some nice things to say to him because he went right to his ear, probably told him, hey, you're doing really good right now.
Maybe smelling
Great
his
game.
hair, asking what conditioner he uses.
Yeah, probably
And
some
that's
really
not a
nice
knock on Rebroker. The flow is sick.
It's a really cool flow.
No penalties after that skirmish. Still 4 aside for 49 seconds.
I tried to have a flow, Dom. You know what happened?
I remember that.
I had a birthday gift. It was to get a haircut.
There you go. The clean cut look is a lot better, Gildy. I had a flow too when we met.
Yes.
At the start of the season last year, I had a giant afro, cut that down, and on a personal note, found out my hair was thinning pretty bad. So we're going to be rocking the bald head pretty soon, I believe, here, Gildy.
Enjoy it while it lasts, Dom.
Definitely. Definitely have been and will continue to do so. Here's Rebroker getting on in, shooting one off the pad of Benedetto. Here's Max Johnson now 4-on-4 for another 30 seconds. Johnson dangles, tries to cut in. He gets tripped up by Cooper Kraus. And we have a coming together in the corner. Jake Berry going after Kraus. And the crowd erupts. Couldn't really get a good look at that as cooler heads will prevail. We're going to look at the stream replay on our laptops. Johnson gets sent into the boards, and Jake Berry goes high on Cooper Kraus. It didn't look like it was a trip. Jake Berry being escorted to the penalty box. He's going to get looks like cross-checking is going to be the call on Cooper Kraus. And I would imagine Jake Berry may get a cross-check as well or a roughing call.
And if it's even strength right now, that's a penalty that you don't want to commit for Jake Berry. I understand you want to defend your teammate and you don't want him to get messed around like that, but you're at a point where you need a power play really bad, and especially a 4-on-3 for the first 30 seconds of it, a lot of open ice. You need opportunities like that, but to take it away by having some extracurricular activity after the whistle, that can take away the man advantage for UNLV.
And it looked like it did. Jake Berry's posted for 2. Del Monte and Dubecki having a discussion with the officials at the scorers table. So it looks like it might be 3 aside. So even more space out there.
You can't commit that penalty. You can't do that, Dom.
And to keep it candid, it is very similar to Jake Berry's penalty that he took against Minot State. A very similar play. You get scored on, and then you take a high cross-check after the whistle, and it washes out a power play. So Jake Berry doesn't get shown the gate for that one. But regardless, 3-on-3 hockey for 29 seconds now, and then for a minute 31, 4-on-4 hockey. Or it looks like is there 4 aside. So you still have the penalties posted. It looks like those penalties will offset. And they will. The penalties will offset. 4-on-4 hockey continues. And as we await to get back going, and we're back underway. So the penalties get taken off the scoreboard. They offset. Still 4s aside. Here's Sam Sykes. Sykes plays it up. Guerra for Williams. Shooting one tipped on by Sam Sykes. He and Jackson Wyatt do battle. Sent back down in. Knifed up high by Guerra. Gloved down by McCollum. McCollum reverses ice for Jackson Wyatt. Wyatt. Now up ice for Demizio. Both teams back 5 aside. Now here comes Vitaly Mikhailov, the latest goal scorer. Mikhailov up the right wing. Deeks outside, turns one on, pad save by Benedetto. There's Mikhailov, spins another one off the side of the cage. St. Clair back on the ice after taking a high stick from Del Monte earlier on tonight. St. Clair turns one on, gets tipped up into the air. Stalzer got dumped by McCollum right in front of the net. Fed back on, couldn't be touched on net by St. Clair. Here's Stalzer. Stalzer down low, touched up by St. Clair. Kelly plays it off the wall and out. Rebroker stops it up. That gets played back into the zone. Benedetto stops it for McCollum. McCollum wires it around the wall. There's Doyle. Can set it up. Rebroker sends it back in. Kelly chips it up. Stopped up, sent back in. Tipped on Doucette. Fans on his shot and tight. Good chance for Doucette. He and Flanders go to the ice. We got a penalty and some extra shoves from Flanders, and we got a mix-up again. Luke Burke is incensed. Pulling Rebroker down. He's still on top of him. Flanders loses his bucket. And Burke is still hopping mad. Grabbing Rebroker's face. The linesman takes a tumble. And Rebroker's just smiling and nodding. Flanders is still mad. Rebroker's pointing at the scoreboard. And Luke Burke is still upset. Flanders slicking back the hair. And Robbie Rebroker is being shown the gate. Luke Burke staying on the ice. And looks like Nick Flanders might be shown the gate as well, and he's got his palm skyward, as you saw there for a brief moment, barking and pointing. Luke Burke shown the gate as well, and there goes Nick Flanders. So we'll wait to see what's going on. I would assume possibly 10-minute misconducts. As we'll sort out the dirty laundry.
I've never seen a referee get involved in a scuffle before to that degree, to taking some of the damage from it. I think it was incidental. I don't think that Rebroker meant to push the referee down, but
that might be why he got tossed.
That is why I think he got tossed, but then Flanders and Burke, you said, were shown the door as well, so I'm not sure if it's because of that, but if there was a reason, that would be it right there. Because I looked at the replay again.
Looking back on our laptop here,
it really looks like Rebroker, he didn't even mean to, but he hits the referee, and that's why he fell down. He looked like he got like his ankle and tripped him down.
So we're waiting to sort out what's going on. We haven't seen one of these situations in a hot minute here, Gildy, where you have a scuffle like that and you have to sort out this many penalties and figure it out. We have AJ Reed over there at the scorer's table trying to get an ear so we can get you as much information as possible, as fast as possible.
I was going through the replay here, just trying to see where it all kind of started.
Nick Flanders was on top of Sebastian Doucette, and after the whistle was blown, there was a few extra cross checks. Robbie Rebroker didn't like that, put him in a headlock. Burke didn't like that. He grabbed him by the collar. He took Flanders and Rebroker down. Flanders ended up losing his bucket in the scrum. And Burke is just working over Rebroker. And it looks like Burke was grabbing Rebroker's helmet. As we're still talking of what's going on. So it looks like a pair of roughing calls. And my assumption here for now is possibly 10-minute misconducts as well. So it looks like we're going to be 4-on-4. Robbie Rebroker's posted 2 for roughing. Nick Flanders has posted 2 for roughing. I would imagine Rebroker gets a 2 and a 10 for a rough. Flanders gets a 2 and a 10 for a rough.
And this is a
2
weekend
and a 10
where
is correct. So 2 and a 10 for a rough on Rebroker, 2 and a 10 for a roughing on Flanders, and possibly a 10-minute misconduct on Burke. And we'll await the official sentence as it comes over the PA system with Alec Johnson trying to feed it to center. Here's Cole Wyatt. Gets that one knocked away by Mikhailov, who sends it out for an icing, and that's a questionable call there, Gildy. Cash Reagan looked like he was in on that.
No, Reagan beat all the skating Rebels. Reagan was the first one to touch the puck as well. That was a bad call. It was a missed call.
And looking back on our feed, Mikhailov sends it out, and Cash Reagan,
it's not even close.
About maybe a stride ahead. But
and they moved it to center ice. The face-off.
That's a consolation. Now here's Bradley Gallant. Gallant moving on in, shooting one, he scores! Bradley Gallant breaking through for the first time for the Skating Rebels. Big-time players make big-time plays. And there's the first big-time play for UNLV this weekend.
They were due. They were really due. They've had a lot of bad breaks. The post having players on the defense going in, stopping the puck when you get it past Wakeland so far this weekend. Bradley Gallant was able to get a breakaway, make a man miss, and took it in to score the goal.
And Gildy took 64 shots to break through Doug Wakeland. But now UNLV can finally say, okay, he's human, we can beat him. Let's get another one. Here's Bradley Gallant once again. Gallant hopping into the zone. Shot there again, loose puck. McCollum finds it, takes it down low. He'll spin it back up top. Here's Rob McCollum, pivots. Gallant up top, leaves it for McCollum. McCollum shooting one, blocked out in front by Doucette. And Demizio sent a man to the ice. Out in front, that was St. Clair. Demizio sends it in. Gallant gets changed up, 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4 period. Now here's St. Clair for Guerra. Guerra whacks it into the zone. Dylan Ford's out in behind the goal to recover it. Leaves that for Jackson Wyatt. Wyatt looking now. Takes a chop from Cash Reagan. Takes a chop there from Guerra. Jackson Wyatt gets that one knifed away. Stathopoulos is back to recover. 3 seconds to go in the 4-on-4 period. And both teams back to 5-on-5. Here's Stathopoulos. Rink wide feet for men shooting one. Blocked away. Here's Ford shooting another one. And that gets blocked aside. Looked like that was Guerra wearing a shot. Here's Stathopoulos for Wyatt shooting with another shot block. Directed up into the netting. And everyone in yellow jerseys sprawling out and just wearing the rubber tonight.
Yeah, Wakeland is human, but also really good shot blocks from the entirety of the UCO team. But Wakeland, even though he just gave up the goal, still 24 shots faced and only giving up 1 goal.
Crowd here at City National Arena coming to life, getting louder as this game progresses on. 2:14 to go in the second period. UNLV with their first goal of the weekend. As Bradley Gallant scoring. Here's a puck race. And now here comes Sam Sykes. Sam Sykes gets that puck chopped away by a back-checking Nick Doyle. Here's Alec Johnson. Bobbles the puck for a moment, plays it through Stalzer. Johnson tries to go get his own rebound. Now here's Adam Stalzer on the left wing. Stalzer moving on in, deeks around Doyle, but can't get through his stick. Good play from Nick Doyle. Shot there from Hogan, gets directed away. Mikhailov, the latest goal scorer for UCO, plays it up top. Now for Hogan, touches it up. Here's Williams shooting one, blocked in front by Doyle. Now here's Tristan Rand, touches it to himself, tries to get it around Burton. Puck comes the other way. Into the zone, there's McCollum for Dalmonte. Off the wall and up the ice. Whacked in by Burton. Paddled aside by Benedetto. Dalmonte under pressure from Redmond. Minutes ago in the second period, here's Jason Nemizio, works to the right wing. Puck's played down low. There's St. Clair on that. Takes a bump from Max Johnson. McCollum cuts it off, shoots one, blocked in front. Now there's a puck race. Here's Redmond. Redmond plays it in. Dalmonte around the wall. McCollum for Max Johnson on the left wing. Johnson off the chest of Gallant. Burton settles it down. Final 30. McCollum plays it up. Here's Redmond up the left wing. Plays it into the zone. Benedetto stops it up. There's Max Johnson. Sends it up ice. Burton's there, or Eplin, is there once again. Final 15. Cash Reagan sends it in. Good effort from Zach Guerra to try and stay on side, getting his toes on the blue line. Reagan sends it in anyway. Final seconds ticking off. And there you have it. Took 64 shots for UNLV to break through on Doug Wakeland, but regardless, Bradley Gallant draws the skating Rebels within one going into the second intermission.
Yeah, UNLV still down by a goal, but I do feel like the momentum is starting to shift towards UNLV. And that's because they're able to find the goal. It took them 4.5, more like 4 3/4 periods to be able to find the goal, but they're able to get one. They're within one goal right now going into the third period. I'm very excited to see what these two teams do. Also, tempers are flaring more than yesterday. Not a lot of extracurricular activity in the first game, a lot more in the second game.
Possibly a bumpy ride to the finish awaits us right after a quick break. Stay with us. More UCO and UNLV coming right up. Vegas Strip lit up in all of its glory here on a Saturday night. UCO Bronchos lead in on the St. Trouble. 2-1 to start the third before we get back to action. Let's go sit at ringside.
Like you said, Dom, earlier today, Anthony Vigneri-Greener said last night's performance was one of the best he had seen from UNLV hockey since he took over. Now, it took 64 shots to finally break through, but let's see if they can get 2 more to secure the win tonight. Let's head back over to you, Dom and Ryan.
Thank you, AJ. Through 40 minutes. It's been a crazy period. The middle period filled with penalties on both sides. 24-19, the shots are in favor of UNLV, and Gildy some keys here. UCO just got to finish this weekend off. One clean period for a sweep over the 5th-ranked team in the country. And UNLV, if they find one more, it's a brand new hockey game, and it's a one-bounce game to have a split with a team right next to them in the rankings.
Yeah, very big for UCO is going to be what the head coach Rivera's keys were from before the game. Make UNLV earn all their opportunities. Make them work the 200 feet. Because in that second period, UNLV had too many opportunities where they only had to work 100 feet. And that's why they're leading right now in the shots on goal so far. So I think a big key for UCO is limit the opportunities for UNLV. And UNLV's goals is to get those opportunities and just find the back of the net somehow.
If UNLV can find the back of the net once, preferably for them it will be early, they could be able to break through and maybe knock UCO off their rocker a little bit. Cash Reagan and Bradley Gallant dig in. We're back underway for the third period here at City National Arena. 20 minutes or so to decide if this series will end in a sweep or a split. Bradley Gallant can't dance through traffic. Now here's Cash Reagan up the left wing. Reagan shooting one, blocked aside. Now here's Alec Johnson. Johnson tries to fire it in. It's gloved down by Eplin. Now in the zone. Sykes is forechecking. Here's Dalmonte. Swings it up the left wing. Rand feeds it to McCollum. To the right side boards for Demizio. He can't swing that one into the zone. Dubecki plays it around the wall for Kraus. Demizio hustles to it on the opposite side. Demizio shooting one, sticked away. And played up for Dalmonte. Dalmonte gets bumped. Here's Rand turning one on, shouldered away. Again, here's McCollum. Down low, Rob McCollum from below the goal line. Looking. McCollum turning one on through the blue paint. And out of the zone. Now here's Dalmonte once again. Tipped in by Cole Wyatt. Wakeland. Round now for Shura. Artem Shura open up the scoring here tonight for the Broncos. Puck goes out of play. There's a collision there with Rand. And it looks like it was Jeff Redmond.
That's how UNLV wants to get started. Get offensive zone time, get a couple shots on goal. The only thing I would say that UCO did really well in that possession was keeping UNLV away from the middle of the ice. It looked like they were working from half wall to half wall, then working down the middle of the ice. And that's what UCO, that was their goal of the game.
Puck gets sent right back into the UNLV zone. Jackson White right behind Vinny Benedetto swings it out to the left wing. Swung back out for Sethopoulos. Kelly stops that clearing attempt, plays it over for Mensch. Mensch swings it over for Jackson Wyatt. Now here's Jackson. Can't find Kelly up ice. That's on net for Benedetto, who will hold for a whistle just about a minute 55 in.
And now UCO, good job getting the puck at least over to their offensive zone, even though no shots on goal yet this period. It makes UNLV have to work to get back to their offensive zone.
Bradley Gallant and Cash Reagan digging in. Gallant wins that draw clean. Gets whacked around the wall by Nick Doyle. Pass picked off by Jason Demizio. He misplays the puck, and Wakeland whacks it away from harm's way. Here's Guara. Guara feeding it. Big pad save on Sam Sykes by Benedetto. He's looking a little labored getting up. Broken swing out there for a Bronco player. Alec Johnson trying to break the puck out. That gets jammed at by DeMizio. Now here's Max Johnson. Sends it in on net for Wakeland, and he holds for a whistle.
Big time save by Vinny Benedetto to keep this game within one. Definitely deserves all the stick taps he's getting.
Vinny Benedetto looking a tad bit labored as he heads back to the crease. However, he'll stay in the game. UNLV wins the draw. Del Monte fires one that gets blocked by St. Clair. He gets some kicks to the bench from his teammates. That puck sent into the zone. Strong bumps St. Clair. Tristan Rand's going to hop on this loose puck. Whacks it right back down low. Stopped up by Strong. Strong. Cuts away. Feeds it for Del Monte. Del Monte shooting one. Tipped on net. Kicked away. McCollum tries to turn one on. Tipped away by Mikhailov. Here's Stalzer. Stalzer plays it up. Del Monte stops it. Whacked back in. Cole Wyatt gets it knifed away and out of the zone. St. Clair floats it in from the red line. Or it's an icing. Another late whistle there. Benedetto also came out to play the puck.
It was a very late whistle. Benedetto didn't have his arm raised because he didn't think it was going to be delayed icing. I didn't see why not. It looked like the puck was deflected right when it was brought up ice by UCO, but even though Benedetto is confused and the Rebels are confused, they will definitely take it.
Offensive zone draw for UNLV. St. Clair and Kelly dig in. Kelly wins it. Mensch gets tied up. That gets scooped out by Mikhailov. Down the length of the ice, no icing as Benedetto came out to play. The line, hand was raised on the linesman. We'll play on. Here's J.C. Dubecki. Wheeling it around up the right wing. Loose puck in behind Benedetto. Kelly finds it, plays it off the wall for Stathopoulos. Stathopoulos gains control, plays it around Eplin. Here's Stathopoulos jumping around, pressure, shooting one. J.C. Dubecki diving and tipping that out of play, and then you have Mensch getting tied up with Colin Hogan in the corner.
Don't forget yesterday, Stathopoulos hit the post, rung it. It was such a good shot. Hit the top shelf just inches away from going in and getting the Rebels a goal early in the game yesterday. He's had some good opportunities today, almost fed a really good assist to Flanders earlier in the game. So watch out for Stathopoulos. He's going to be right off the face-off dot. They're going to try to line up a shot for him.
Face-off switches sides. Hogan and Kelly square off. Off a tie-up, UNLV takes possession. Here's Kelly, scooped down low for Batuzov. Batuzov plays it right back for Kelly, who can't get there. Williams plays it off the wall. Doyle with possession, feeds a DDD for Alec Johnson. Johnson tries to feed it on net, he does, blocked away. Now here's J.C. Dubecki. Dubecki plays it up ice. Doucette put one on net. Tried to. That gets directed to the high glass. There's Batuzov who feeds Kelly. Here's Alec Johnson. Cutting through center. Gets it chopped away. He'll go after that loose puck. Can't shovel it through. Here's Cash Reagan. Reagan can't play it through Max Johnson. Williams under pressure. Plays it off the wall. DeMizio cuts it off and scoops it back in. There's Krause. Feeds it for Johnson. Skips past him for McCollum. Del Monte up top. Shooting one through traffic. Blocked away. McCollum now pinching. Plays it down low. McCollum tries to feed it to the slot. Can't get there. Now here comes Sam Sykes for Guerra. Hard collision out behind the net. DeMizio sends it up the left wing. We got a stoppage of play.
Again, the Rebels, they were threatening with some really good scoring opportunities, but all game, all series, really good blocking by the defense of UCO. Del Monte shot just a bit high there, but not a bad attempt by him as well.
Face off just outside the zone. That's Caleb Strong and Jamison St. Clair. Back underway. Just over 5 minutes gone in this third period of play. Here's Arnhem Shura. St. Clair plays it up. Skips past Dylan Ford. Now here comes UNLV. Shura sweeps that one out of the zone. Here's Stalzer now. Stalzer can't dance through Dylan Ford. That gets poked right back in. Jackson Wyatt's back to recover. There's Jackson Wyatt surveying the ice. Rink-wide pass is cut off by Burton. Here's Strong. Strong gets taken down. And Williams touches up. That's going to be Jeff Redmond going for a trip.
This is going to be a momentum shifter for UNLV. They haven't had a lot of power play minutes so far today. Actually, I think it's 0 so far of actual power play minutes. So here's an opportunity for UNLV to get one of their first special teams opportunities with a man advantage.
13:50 to go in this third period. UNLV with a shot guilty to tie this game up. The power play unit that's been making a lot of noise is out there right now. Max Johnson, Cole Wyatt, Bradley Gallant, Matias Del Monte, and Jackson Wyatt.
And Del Monte is lined up as a forward right here on the left side of the dot.
Del Monte could play the acting role of Alec Johnson, sitting at the left faceoff dot for a one-timer. It looks like he will. Here's Jackson Wyatt up top, feeds his brother Cole. Cole looking, feeds it down low for Max Johnson. Now Cole, half wall, Jackson up top. Jackson looking, sweeps it over for Del Monte. Del Monte and Jackson Wyatt switch. Del Monte up top, misplays the puck, gets it back. Del Monte shooting one, tipped on through the wickets of Max Johnson. Now here's Jackson Wyatt with over 20 gone. Jackson Wyatt pumps, stepping in, pumps again, looking, pulls up. Feeds his brother Cole. Cole up top, looking. Del Monte, one-time try, pad save, and a beauty from Wakeland. And the puck gets cleared out of the zone. Jackson Wyatt, or Cole Wyatt, excuse me, in neutral ice. Feeds his brother Jackson now. Now here's Jackson. For Cole on the right wing boards, Cole Wyatt gains the zone. He'll look from the half wall. Drop pass for Jackson. Touched on Del Monte. Del Monte up top. Switches with Jackson. He'll look. Here's Matias Del Monte shooting her from the dot. Good stick by St. Clair. Another good stick. Chop that away from the side. Here's Jackson Wyatt. Tries to feed it on. Blocked in front by St. Clair. And he'll scoop it out of the zone with some stick taps, and it'll get changed up. Over a minute gone on the UNLV power play. Cole Wyatt off the wall for Alec Johnson, the captain. Feeds it rink wide softly for Rand. Rand just spins that one into the zone. That hops over Wakeland's stick. J.C. Dubecki whacks it off the wall. Almost past Heath Mensch, who plays it on for McCullum. McCullum plays it up ice. Alec Johnson touches that one rink wide and into the zone. Heath Mensch now. 20 to go on the power play for UNLV. Alec Johnson for Strong. Up top for McCullum. Mensch. McCullum up top. Back to Strong. Top of the circles. Tried to feed it through. Stalzer can't get through. And it's sent back out of the zone as the final seconds begin to tick off. And UCO back to full strength. Mensch for Rand. Tristan Rand using the speed. Gets it knifed away by Burton. Rand leaves that for Ford. Ford down low, looking. Ford shooting one off the pad. Rebound gathered by Mensch. Mensch can't turn that back on, and Cullen Hogan's going to start it out and flip it. Glove down by Doyle. Ford's on the loose puck, plays it down low. Puck kicks out to the slot. Loose puck. Everyone trying to find it. Shot there by Reagan. Blocked in front. The puck squirts free out to the corner. Reagan's in there doing battle with Kalov, providing some puck support. UNLV comes away. That's Luke Burke. Off the stick of Batuzov. Batuzov pressuring Williams. He'll play that softly out of the zone, and that gets sent in. And almost on net. Now here's Del Monte. On the tape for Batuzov. Batuzov plays it up to Mizio, kicks it to himself. Here's DeMizio on the right wing. Pulls up to Mizio, feeds McCollum, just hops under his stick. McCollum plays it right back hard off of the turnbuckle, or I can't remember, Rolando having to almost duck out of the way. The backup goaltenders for UCO practicing their glove save reflexes, closing their trapper.
Oh, that was so close to Rolando there yet again. He had some close ones yesterday, but
faceoff's going to come inside the UCO zone. It's going to be Cullen Hogan and Mason Kelly digging in. Faceoff's tied up. Kelly kicks it to the wall for Sefopoulos. Sefopoulos now still with possession. Skates out to the slot. Sefopoulos looking for Del Monte. Shooting one through traffic into the trapper. And we got a mix-up. Shura and Kelly get tied up for a second. Rebroker comes in. But everything calms down rather quickly.
yeah, a lot quicker than last period. Last period turned out to a free-for-all. This period a little bit more civil.
Same line staying out there for both teams. Kelly's going to dig back in on the opposite side with Hogan. Mensch misplays the puck. McCollum's there. Del Monte with a shot tipped in front. They score. Mason Kelly. 7 goals in 4 games, and the Skating Rebels tie this thing up.
Mason Kelly with the tip in, the deflection, the score. He's been the big goal scorer for the last 2 series. And you know what, Dom? I think the people watching online will love to see what the scoreboard looks like now.
The scoreboard shows 2 a pop with 10:16 to go in the 3rd period. And it's a brand new hockey game. And City National Arena comes to life majorly for the first time tonight. But J.C. Dubecki wants to say something about it. She shoots one, misses the net wide. Here's Stalzer. Throws one on, that gets blocked out in front. Fed back on by Mikhailov. He misses the net. Here's Bradley Gallant from below the goal line. He'll start this out. Here's Bradley Gallant turning on the Jets. Gallant over red, over blue. Here's Johnson. Toe drag release, misses the net wide. Here's Demizio. Demizio puts one on, deflected away by the blocker of Wakeland. UNLV getting fresh legs. Here's Joey Eplin back down low. And he'll survey the ice and wait. Cash Reagan now. Gains the red. That puck flips over the heads of a few Skating Rebels players. Ford plays it around. Jackson White can't whack it on. Second chance gets it out of the zone. Burton sends it right back in. Jackson Wyatt. There's Caleb Strong cutting through center. Steps outside to the right wing. That gets knifed away. Cole Wyatt plays it for Ford. Shooting one. Tipped away by Strong. It looked like Rand just threw that one right back towards the goal, but it goes into the netting.
Yeah, and UNLV continuing to put on pressure after their last goal. It's even up right now, but you can see the momentum kind of shifting towards UNLV, and it's all because of the confidence they gained after scoring their first goal. They had to get it done so that they could feel more confident on offense.
And UNLV, they have momentum, but if you're UCO, one would assume that on the Broncos bench, they're relaxed, they're poised, because they do know they've had the advantage on the scoreboard all weekend. They can still rely on Doug Wakeland to make some timely saves. So they're calm, cool, and collected, one can imagine. And UNLV has a new fire in their gut after tying this game up. Now Monte in his own end swings it to the left side of the ice. Loose puck in the middle of the ice, touched by Burke for Patuzov. Patuzov tries to put one on. It goes off the side of the net. Patuzov's in on his own loose puck, feeds it to the slot. No one home but Williams. Williams takes a hard bump from Burke. UCO gains his own. Now here's Luke Burke. Burke off the wall, picked at by Mensch. Mensch can't skate through Cooper Kraus. A collision there. Broker and Alec Johnson coming together. Fed for Kraus. Kraus at the red line will circle back. Gain the red and send it in. Now Kelly, latest goal scorer in this game, gets pickpocketed. Now here's St. Clair. St. Clair on the left wing, being hounded. We have a stoppage of play.
Starting to even up a little bit. UCO getting a couple of opportunities upon late. But just like yesterday, it's going to come down to whoever makes a big play late in the third period.
Can expect Mike Rivera to give his top six plenty of ice time. And that second listed line is out there once again, or still I should say, for the Broncos. Play is coming right at you now. UNLV working. The left wing, Max Johnson has his puck pop all the way up. Kalov hits the deck. Now Dubecki's going to start it out. Puck pops to Max Johnson. He fans on that. Now here's Stalzer. Gain in the zone. Drops it off. Dubecki shooting one off the pad. Now here comes Demizio. Demizio now 2-on-2 with Johnson. Demizio tries to cut outside, keeps the puck. Demizio driving that, feeds in, and he scores! Jason Demizio breaks through for the UNLV Skating Rebels, and they have their first lead of the weekend.
Get your first goal. That gives you the momentum to score more. Jason Demizio driving to the net there. He's able to find the back of it. Looked like it might have gone off possibly a UCO player even off the back of his skate.
Looks
but
like it just leaked through
it
Wakeland.
leaked right through. Jason Demizio, big addition to this team. Looked like it was going to be his last game last season, but then comes back this year making big plays, and especially tonight against UCO.
Jason Demizio, a big-time re-addition for the Skating Rebels, not just physically, but on the scoreboard. Big goal here tonight. And here's Caleb Strong. Strong's going to flip this one into the zone. Gets it on Cash Reagan. Top line out there for the UCO Broncos. Strong being harassed by Williams. McCollum swings the DDD for Dalmonte. Dalmonte shooting one through traffic, kicked away and out of the zone by a Bronco skate. McCollum sends this one on. That bouncing puck left for Burton. Rand with the pickpocket. Rand cuts outside. Wyatt can't settle it down, but he plays it for Johnson. Alec Johnson down low. Fingers one-time drive around the wall. Doyle settles it down. Fires in again. Loose puck in the slot. Gathered by Williams. Williams looking. And it gets tipped out of the zone. Here's Doyle at the red line now. Puck sent right back in. Cross corner. Flanders is in on Davin Burton. Burton gets taken down by Flanders. No call. Here's Flanders. Sends it right back into the zone. Glove down by Burton. Burton looks and skies this one out to the red line. Doyle settles it down, plays it off the wall, and into the zone softly for Kraus. Now here's Burton. Burton, they advance ice. Here's Doucette. Wyatt pickpockets him and advances it up ice. Burke. Here's Burke. Softly lays this one in. Wakeland in behind, sends it up. Another skates of Doucette. Sends it eye level, rink wide, down the length of the ice. Icing's waved off. Ford takes his man, Mikhailov, down behind the play. And now on the near wall. Burke knifes that one on, doesn't get it out of the zone, scoop back in. St. Clair, his dumping attempt is blocked by Burke. Burke gains the red, feeds it rink wide, off the skate of Mensch. Wakeland comes way out. Mason Kelly, Wakeland swimming. Kelly gets it back out. Wakeland gets back in position. And another butterfly pass block there from Vitaly Mikhailov. Doug Wakeland venturing out a bit too far. Now here's Heath Mensch shooting one into the shin pads of Kraus. Mensch corrals the loose puck again. Takes the time and space. Tries to feed it to the slot. Can't get it to Sothopoulos. Kelly gets on the loose puck. Feeds it right back down low. 4 minutes to go. Sykes chips it off the wall. Stathopoulos tries to play it back through. Mensch gets a loose puck. Can't feed it. Stathopoulos hops on that one, chips it to the open ice. Wins a puck battle emphatically with Dubecki. Here's Guerra. That puck sent right back in. Wakeland still coming out. 3.5 and some change to go. Here's Burton. Left wing for Sykes. Middle of the ice for a broker. It gets knifed away. Here's Reagan shooting one to the high glass. Alec Johnson bumps Reagan. That goes over the head of Dubecki, and here's Jason DeMizio. DeMizio wins the puck race, gets taken down by Burton. And DeMizio delivers a shot to Davin Burton. There's no call. Davin Burton gets socked in the mouth by DeMizio, and we play on. Now here comes Nick Doyle. Doyle to the left wing for Rand. Rand moving on in, shooting one, kick saving a beauty from Wakeland. Whacked around, here's Verbroker. Rand breaks up that play, he knifes it right back in. Krause plays it around, Rand staples him to the wall. Here's Mikhailov now. Mikhailov gets bumped. That puck gets sent into the zone. There's Wyatt for his brother Cole, whacks it off the wall to the middle of the ice, picked up by St. Clair. He dances to the middle, gets it knifed away. Stalzer plays it right back into the zone. Benedetto's out to play it and rings it around to the left side. There's Matias Del Monte with under 2 to go. Sends it up the left wing. Burton tries to send it in. It gets popped up in the air, gloved down by Del Monte. Feeds it up high for Burke. Tuzov whacks it in. And it's blown dead for a hand pass.
Wow, long sequence there, Dub. A lot to take in. That DeMizio play in the corner was something else for DeMizio. He had an earful to tell the referee and then decided to shove down a UCO player. And he knew he wouldn't get a call for that because the referee knew that he missed the call previous. But now here's a big situation. When are you going to pull the goalie? Because I don't think there's going to be an opportunity to. UNLV's had too much offensive zone time for UCO to even try to attempt to pull a goalie here.
It seems like the Broncos may be taking a timeout.
Because, Don, we talk about most games when to pull the goaltender, when to not. And in this game, we have a weird situation. UCO, they need a goal, but they don't get enough offensive zone time. And if they decide to take out the goaltender, they decide to take out Wakeland, I feel like UNLV, they're going to easily get an empty netter because UNLV's had so much offensive zone time tonight, Dom.
We'll see what happens. I mean, UCO still has that fire in their gut. Doug Wakeland is faced just north of 77 shots in 2 games, so he's faced a lot of galvanized rubber. Jason DeMizio breaking through, breaking the tie, and giving UNLV their first lead of the weekend, and it looks like Doug Wakeland's going to be staying at the bench. Right now, 6 skaters out there for the Broncos.
And you got to take the risk right here. Again, offensive zone face-off. Offensive zone time has been at a premium so far for UCO. So if there's a time to pull your goaltender, it is right now with 1:42 to go in regulation. But remember last game, they got 2 goals within the last minute. Granted, one of them was an empty netter, but they got 2 goals in the final minute.
6-on-5 for the Broncos. And they win the draw. J.C. Dubecki gets shoved down by Gallant as he plays it down low. There's Sykes. Top line out there for the Broncos. Down low, down Monte, under siege. Keeps it down low, floats it. It goes through the wickets of Sykes. Dubecki is back to recover. There's Mikhailov. Vitaly Mikhailov plays it down low. Stalzer's down there, tries to work it to the slot that gets cut off by Del Monte. Dubecki whacks it back on net, gets blocked. Gallant plays it up as far as the point. Shot there, blocked in front. Loose puck in the high slot is corralled at the point by Sykes. Played down low to the near wall. Fed rink wide under a minute to go now. Here's Dubecki. Up to the point, Burton looking, shooting one through traffic. Blocked in front and directed away. Now under 50 to go. A sprawling Flanders breaks up that play temporarily. Played back up for J.C. Dubecki. Now Burton. Burton waits at the point. He'll look. Return pass for Dubecki. Dubecki tries to feed one on. That gets blocked in front. Dalmonte whacks. A good stick by Burton to keep that play in. Fed to the slot. Tipped away. Final 20 seconds about here. Dubecki plays it for Burton. Burton whacks one into the zone. Save made Benedetto. Final 15 and some change. Final 10. UCO still trying to work it in. Final 5. A mess at the far wall. Plenty of pushing and shoving. And that's all she wrote. The UNLV Skating Rebels come back and end up splitting the series with the UCO Bronchos. A hard-fought win, and we have a fight there. Everyone's coming together at the far side wall, trying to see who's in there. Robbie Rebroker is talking. Mason Kelly's in there. And this is not the best situation because that's right in front of the UNLV bench. And there's some more pushing and shoving. It looks like Nick Flanders is in there. Doyle has due set by the collar, giving him a firm talking to. And the captain there, J.C. Dubecki, is in the mix as well with no bucket. Stalzer's yapping at everyone he can talk to. And everyone will somewhat peacefully depart, and UNLV's firing up the crowd. Pumping everyone up, and the UCO Broncos stare on as they get ready for the handshake line. And regardless, despite the fireworks to end this one, everyone's shaking hands, saying, what a fun 2 games.
This was incredible, Dom. Both games are really good. I was worried, and a lot of UNLV fans are worried about the Minot series, where first game was close, second game not very close. Minot was able to win with ease. But then with another heartbreaking loss yesterday for UNLV, to come back and win today, it shows growth, it shows maturity, and it shows development throughout the season. Both these teams played excellent throughout the weekend. Great goaltending by Wakeland. Probably one of the best goaltending weekends I've ever seen in the ACHA since I've been a part of UNLV hockey. But this series, one of my favorites I've ever been a part of, and I think that these are 2 teams that can definitely face off in the Nationals, possibly in contention of a national championship.
We'll have to wait and see until mid-March when these 2 teams go to the national tournament. But for you Rebel fans, they're going to have to wait about 2 weeks for the UNLV Skating Rebels to return back here at City National Arena as they salute the fans one last time. They go to Utah next week to play the Utah Skating Utes up in Salt Lake City. Then the week after, they fly up to Colorado to play the Colorado State Rams. And then the weekend after, they're right back here for Alumni Weekend against the Oregon Ducks. What an electric series, Gildy. Before we sign off, just got to take one more moment to talk about these 2 games between 2 top 5 teams. Phenomenal game by both teams. Phenomenal goaltending from Doug Wakeland. Great goaltending from Vinny Benedetto. And tonight, great resilience from UNLV to come back.
And all they needed was that 1 goal. I really felt like they needed to break the seal. They had to get that 1 goal. And once they did, they got 2 more. They're able to win 3-2. But great weekend by Doug Wakeland. This is a series that we will never forget from him. I don't want anyone to forget about that. Also, Vinny Benedetto being able to persevere, only giving up 3 goals throughout the weekend. Not a lot of people are talking about, but he played a great weekend as well. UNLV's offense, Ivy Day did really good. They put up over 35 shots both games. 35 or more both games. So really good series. Great defense blocking by UCO. Great offense by UNLV. Something had to break, and each game, each team won. I feel like it's well-deserved by both teams.
A fitting clash of the Titans in the WCHL. Finally wrapping up here at City National Arena. As I said previously, we won't be back here for 2 weeks when the Oregon Ducks come to town. UNLV taking on Utah next weekend, and then the following weekend taking on the Colorado State Rams. So final score 3-2. The Skating Rebels escape a sweep with the number 3 ranked University of Central Oklahoma Broncos. But on behalf of myself, Dominic Lavoie, Ryan Gilder, AJ Reed, Zoe Salas, Bo Kennedy, Eddie Gentile, Jessica Sobel, Kyle Kimsey, Rolando Guerrero, we're going to say good night from Las Vegas. Stay safe, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.